Well, Planned Parenthood, America's largest abortion provider, is facing challenges on a number of sides. The Trump administration, Congress, and the Supreme Court are all considering measures that could diminish the abortion giant's power. CBN medical reporter Lori Johnson reports.
The Trump administration may soon freeze tens of millions of dollars in federal funding for groups providing abortions, including Planned Parenthood. As soon as this week, the Health and Human Services Department could announce a hold on more than $27 million in funds, a spokesperson told the Wall Street Journal. The department is reviewing grant recipients to make sure they comply with President Trump's executive orders and federal law. This year, the government was set to distribute $120 million in grants to organizations that deal with family planning.
This is good news. It's a good first step for defunding Planned Parenthood and taking actions to stop subsidizing abortion in our country. And when we look at what Planned Parenthood does every year in taking the lives of 400,000 unborn children in this country, that is the equivalent to the population of New Orleans.
Pro-life Congressman Chris Smith also supports the administration's plan to limit funds to Planned Parenthood. He's also seeking to help crisis pregnancy centers. Earlier this week, he introduced a bill to protect the more than 2,700 CPCs.
Some state governments, like my own state of New Jersey, and some lawmakers seek to discriminate against pregnancy care centers by violating fundamental conscience rights to compel complicity in abortion.
The Let Pregnancy Care Centers Serve Act protects the centers from retaliation for refusing to promote abortion.
Our Attorney General, Letitia James, she tried to shut down any pro-life pregnancy center from being listed on a Google search. So can you imagine the evil of someone that would do that?
This group says pregnancy resource centers have saved countless lives.
And when they do that, Planned Parenthood, the largest provider of abortion in the nation, loses profits and potential donors. As we know, pro-abortion government officials in several states are working side by side with Planned Parenthood to shut down the centers.
Meanwhile, next week, the U.S. Supreme Court will consider whether South Carolina can block Planned Parenthood from receiving Medicaid dollars.
South Carolina, supported by the U.S. government, agrees that states must have the authority to steward limited Medicaid resources toward providers that align with their values and serve their citizens' true healthcare needs.
The ruling is expected to be handed down this summer. Lori Johnson, CBN News.
Gordon, shifting the thought and the thinking from the abortion providers to the care centers.
Well, I hope the thought turns to the mothers. And can we have a culture that celebrates motherhood, that says we're with you in this pregnancy. We want to provide for you. We want to support you and your child to be. We want all of these things, and because we want a vibrant culture. When you look at the founder of Planned Parenthood, she had a famous interview with the New York Times all the way back in the 1920s. And you can say a whole lot in an interview, and she certainly did. But in that, she revealed that she was into eugenics, that she somehow thought that we could biologically engineer a better culture if we eliminate undesirables. And she literally called it weeding out. And when you look at Planned Parenthood and the neighborhoods where you see those clinics, it's all focused on low-income neighborhoods. This needs to be really exposed and called for what it is. It's about time, instead of persecuting crisis pregnancy centers, which we saw a lot of over the last 4 years, to helping them to say, no, you're doing really good work and you're helping our future. Realize children are the future. And if you're a society that says we don't want children, well, then you're a society that says we don't want a future. So how can we as a culture, let's encourage mothers. And in that encouragement, let it be very tangible. And how do we support them and support their children as they grow up? That's a wonderful thing to do. And let's always encourage that.
Are miracles real? Let's investigate.
A lot of skeptics will say, well, miracles are impossible. Why? Because they violate the laws of nature. You can't violate the laws of nature.
I looked at my hand that was clutched. I said, hand move.
We
got to 2125. Hallelujah! Been totally blind.
He's dead. It's over. I said, shock him one more time.